Barça friends, the league starts today, this very week. And we're already here on your channel bringing you the tier list, the league prediction, to see how the teams will end up in the different positions of the standings. So I don't want to waste any more time. Like the video, stay until the end and make your own tier list from home. Let's get started together. Well, friends, the tier list is already on screen with the different options. Ranking table positions. Let's see if we're correct. At the bottom, we have the 20 teams. Here we have Alavés, Atlético de Bilbao, Atlético de Madrid, Barça, Betis, Celta de Vigo, Elche, Español, Getafe, Girona, Levante, Mallorca, Osasuna, Rayo Vallecano, Real Madrid, Oviedo, Real Sociedad, Sevilla, Valencia Football Club, and Villarreal. All the teams are sorted alphabetically, and now it's time to place them where we think they belong. We're going to start from the bottom up, so we'll begin with the teams. This is just my point of view, to be clear. Family at home, share your thoughts in the comments. You can follow the thread of the video and write for example, relegation for 3 teams and write it down. Lower mid-table, those who are mid-table, comfort and leap, Europa League, champions, and league champion, okay? So look, let's start first of all with the relegation. 3 teams that I think as of today, August 11, 2025, are going to lose their category. The truth is, this is a very unpleasant thing. I don't wish harm on anyone except Atlético de Bilbao and Real Madrid. I hope they get relegated though. I know it's unlikely. But really, let's list the ones I think are going to be relegated to the 2nd division. I think the 3 teams most likely to be relegated to the 2nd division right now are the following. I'm going to put first, well, we'll sort them better in a moment, but I'm going to include Elche, okay? Should we include Elche? I'll give a heads up since there might be surprises. There usually are, right? I'm including Deportivo, though I think they'll be relegated to the 2nd division this year. And I'm also going to include Real Club Deportivo Español. Even though they've started the preseason very well, I don't think they have the squad to compete. And I think that Oviedo, which a lot of people will say, hey, what about Oviedo and Levante? I think they're going to be safe. And I think that's how it's going to end up. How will the standings look? I think it'll be like this. Elche would be last, Alavés in 19th place, and Español in 18th. That's how I think the top 3 spots on this tier list will end up. Let's quickly move on now to the lower mid-table, okay? From 13 to 17. Here I'm going to include what I'm thinking, okay? Look, I'm going to include Sevilla here too because I think they're going to struggle a lot. It's going to be a tough season for Sevilla since they've barely strengthened at all. I think they're in a negative dynamic. I think they'll stay up, but will Sevilla really struggle? I'll include Oviedo too, since I think their budget might limit them, but maybe they'll surprise everyone with a great season. But I think they're going to struggle, and I think they'll be in that area. Lower mid-table, I'm going to put it here as well. Another team, which is, we're going to put Levante. Here we have 13, 14, 15, 16, and that's 5 teams, so we're missing 2 more teams. I'm going to add Girona as well. I'm going to put Girona here too. I think they'll struggle a lot this year, honestly, and the last team I'm adding to this group isn't easy, you know? It'll be Getafe, okay? Now, putting them in order, it'll look like this. Girona in 13th place, Getafe 14th, I'll put Oviedo here, okay? Oviedo goes here, Sevilla is 16th, and Levante is 17th. More or less like this. That's how I think things might end up, okay? We continue with the middle of the table. Attention, we're going with the middle of the table from position 8 to position number 12. I'll put them in first, then we'll sort them out, okay? We'll add Rayo Vallecano here, okay? And Osasuna? Are we going to put Mallorca in as well? And finally, that's 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 5 teams, also Rayo. I have 2 left. Rayo, Osasuna, Mallorca, Celta de Vigo, and Real Sociedad. I'm going to put it here as well, okay? Because I don't think Real has strengthened themselves well either. We'll organize it now. From best to worst, I think Mallorca will finish 8th. I think Mallorca is going to have a good season, followed by Celta de Vigo, which I think has strengthened very well. And after that, I think it's going to end up like this. I think Real Sociedad will finish ahead of Rayo. That's right, Rayo is in Europe this year. Watch out for Osasuna and Rayo Vallecano. It would be Mallorca 8th, Celta 9th, Real Sociedad 10th, Osasuna 11th, and Rayo Vallecano 12th. I think Mallorca did pretty well in the middle of the table. Let's move to the conference. Focus. You might wonder if Valencia is still around. Yes, because I think Valencia will do well. But hey, who is going to put me in the conference? Well, look, I'm going to put myself in the conference. Athletic Club de Bilbao, I think so. I think the Champions League will be too much for them and they'll fall. I think they'll struggle, but they'll remain in that area, well, of Europe. And I'm going to put Athletic in the conference. And pay attention, because for me, it's one of the big surprises. Or I would say that the breakout team this year, I think, will be Valencia. That's why I'm going to put Athletic Club de Bilbao in the conference. I'll pick Betis for the Europa League. Betis and Valencia. And it's going to be like that. It's going to be like that. All right? Betis 5th, Valencia 6th, Athletic Club de Bilbao 7th. That's how I see it ending up. And now for the champions. Listen, we're going to include Villarreal. All right? Are Villarreal, Atletico de Madrid, and Madrid included? Here go these three teams, and obviously Barça as the champion. We would have this organized, well, I think it's going to end up like this. Honestly, I would love for Atletico de Madrid to finish second. In the end, El Cholo Simeone always messes up, so he'll fall. And Villarreal, I think they're going to do well. I think Villarreal has built a good squad. And I have a feeling, why not? Could they be the surprise this year? They could be. And I think they could easily get into that spot for champions. So the summary would be as follows. League champion, Barça. Second, Real Madrid. Third, Atleti. Fourth, Villarreal. Fifth, Betis. Sixth, Valencia. Seventh, Athletic Club de Bilbao. Eighth, Mallorca. Ninth, Celta. We have Real Sociedad in 10th place. Osasuna, Rayo Vallecano, 12th. In the lower mid-table area, they would be 10th. Third is Girona. Getafe is 14th, Oviedo, Sevilla 15th, Levante 16th, and in the relegation zone are Espanyol, Alaves, and Elche. This is my thought. This is the review I do before starting the season. There are always surprises, family. Football is full of twists and turns. And the truth is that this is what I believe today. That could happen once the season ends. This video will be recorded here, so we'll review it when the league ends. Now it's your turn at home. Share your thoughts in the comments. How would your teams look, grouped into these different positions in the standings table? And I'll see you in the next video. Family, it's a big week, the week the league kicks off. Stay tuned to Barça Today. Like and share. See you soon. Barça yesterday, today, always.